Busia Yamawa Kwaba Ediba K Lover Media so. Say we show YouTube or High Lovers TV Africa. I know I shall link no subscribe to the channel na Felix Ofosu Kwarkye ababe church in same Efania Rev Ntim Fordjour Ediba to Biase flight be aba or manga and more engage in money laundering and I feel so a tuni near maybe a ensem fata. And a more man penny John Dramani Mahama. Ibia Konya ne say obe joining the security team na omotimia providing the necessary evidence na saban no na mombia ombetu omotimi to e dey found. I don't know Felix Ofosu Kwarkye ababe chirechire nsem ne ho videos flight me no aba Ghana nti e ba ye abusia men sembre bomodia na nya botre na hwe nchiremu a aye Felix Ofosu Kwarkye ede ebaye. I know I shall link and subscribe to the channel na my K Lover Media Lovers TV Africa.
The last few days, the disinformation machine of the new patriotic party has been ratcheted up, and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Rev Ntim Fordjour, who also doubles as the member of parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Rwanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Rwanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Rwanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Koruka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft URCEZ with registration number CVK 7007 was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called Air Med International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Rwanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Rwanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Rev Ntim Fordjour. So, in a nutshell, the claims of Ntim Fordjour are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate MPP that believes that the best way to claw his way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason. Rev Ntim Fordjour has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not have a shred of evidence, and he will never be able to provide any evidence to back his claim because none of the things that he said were true.
All right. Abusia, enti wutie ensemo a owura Felix Ofosu Kwarkye edu dwano a wonso wadwen kire kra ne sen. May have a decent conversation or comment session ho. Reverend Ntim Fordjour or Rashe and all the information by yana and I will put information or Rashe and all this hands about to Jana. Say, as I say, on money going forward. I don't want to drop a comment. So you newer, Mr. Subscribe. Now you can updates. K Lover Media, Lovers TV, Africa.